Listen to a beat though. Can you hear me on the microphone? Can you hear me on the microphone? Can you hear me on the microphone? Can you hear me? You'll be like, in the background. This beat makes you think of Prince.
You want the original interview that y'all did at the start off at the top? Started off at the top? All right, so it'd be like, so I do the intro, we're live, and I'm your DJ, and then they go right into the interview, and then
okay, that's fine.
And then after that finishes, then you can be like, here she is.
And here she is? Okay.
Or however you want to interview.
That works. Yeah, let's go about it. Let's go all now. Now, y'all have to. Hey, this is like a good like little song for you to sing it and you can count.
And if you got your phone or your tablet, you can pull that up, pull the link up, and you can watch it in real time. But just make sure you have your volume turned all the way off, so you don't have that background noise. It'll pick up. There you go. One minute.
What's up, Mama D? I see you. Well, hello there.
Oh, since we putting on chapstick, wait a minute.
Hey, I didn't want to go have your little put some gloss on the background.
10 seconds.
Yeah. And here we go. I see you in a couple seconds.
Miss Tasha Tasha, you look beautiful. You both look beautiful. I just love what you have on. Can I get you to do a drop for Old School Tuesday Turn Up real quick?
Absolutely.
Just say, this is Tasha Lockhart, and I'm here with the one and only Old School Tuesday Turn Up.
Old School Tuesday Turn Up. Okay. Hey everybody, it's Tasha Page-Lockhart, and I'm here with the one and only Old School Tuesday Turn Up.
Yes, that was beautiful. I loved it. Now, I have a question for you. What do you think about social media and when being able to connect with your fans?
I love being able to connect with my fans. You know, we're living in a day where people want to connect with you and they want to feel like they know you. And I love that. I love that I can give them just a glimpse of my inside of my life. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I post a little too much, but they talk about me. But I love it. I love to be able to connect with my fans, people that support me, buy tickets to my concerts. So, yeah, I'm grateful for it.
That's what I'm talking about. What you think of live streaming today?
Oh, live streaming is a blessing, especially, you know, living in the pandemic. When COVID first hit, there was no way for us to get out and promote our music. But because of technology and live streaming, we were able to get that content to the people. So it's been a tremendous blessing.
All right, Tasha Lockhart, you have a good night tonight, baby. You look beautiful. And tell your makeup artist they slayed that, honey.
Yes, his name is Robert Lee Rooks.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. See you guys later. Have a good night.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 40 of Old School Tuesday Turn Up. Without further ado, you just saw the interview I did with Tasha Page-Lockhart at this year's Black Music Honors. Well, you know what? We get ready to get into that because I want to know. She said she posts too much, but let's ask her what she be posting. Please, without further ado, welcome the one, the only Tasha Page-Lockhart. What's up, sweetheart?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for having me.
What's up? I mean, isn't it crazy how we was just there and now months later, here we are. We're here and you're in my show. Welcome to episode 40 of Old School Tuesday Turn Up. I'm so glad you're here.
I'm so glad to be here. I don't take this opportunity lightly. You know, anytime someone invites me on to speak, sing, or whatever it may be, it's just a blessing. So I'm grateful, and thank you so much for having me once again.
You're welcome. I'm
molested by a family member and being so innocent, and you have that innocence taken from you. Then you grow up so promiscuous and you don't know why. You know what I mean? So I think that's why I have so much compassion for young women coming up, because you don't know what they're going back home to. You don't know what they're experiencing or what has happened to them. You know, nobody just wakes up one day and say, you know what, I want to sell my body for money. Or just wake up out the blue and say, yeah, I want to go strip and take off all my clothes. I think I'll do that as a career. That ain't how I go. So there's always a backstory, and there's always a reason why people chose to do certain things. And so that's what comes to mind when I see some of those pictures. I was an innocent little girl, and my innocence was taken from me by a predator. And this is why we have to speak up, because if somebody would have told me, don't go around that uncle by yourself, then that would have never happened to me. But because we try to keep secrets with family, then I was left exposed, and then those things happened to me because of that.
Yeah, I feel you on that. They always say whatever is in the dark will soon come to light. And in our community, we keep so many secrets and everything, and it's never a good thing or anything. Someone said God was getting ready to move and see how the devil tried to work. That's what one of your fans just said. I like that. But no, well, no, I totally get it. And what I do know, I heard that at one point you was almost getting ready to be you want to be a WNBA player? Girl, you can hoop.
Yeah, so I played basketball in high school. I played basketball in middle school and high school. And I wrote my mom a letter, and I told her, I was like, you know, basically apologizing for not wanting to sing. I was like, I know you want me to be a singer, but I really want to go to the WNBA. And this was like 2 years before the WNBA started. I was like, I know you want me to sing, but I really want to be in the WNBA whenever they start. And that's my sister standing behind me in the blue skirt.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I told her. So yeah, I love basketball. I still love basketball. But I really wanted to play basketball, and I had scouts coming from different colleges coming to see me play and everything. And then I got pregnant in my 12th grade year of high school. And I could have kept going with it, but it just shattered me. It just really I was so depressed behind it. I was just so, oh, there go my mommy. I was so depressed behind it, and I was just, it just, my life just took a turn after that.
What position did you play?
I played point guard. I mean, shooting guard and small
Mhm.
forward.
All right,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
okay. Look at Tom Boy. All right, now that's what I'm talking about. Do
Yeah.
you still? I know for me, I actually, I sometimes when the WNBA games are on, I would sit there and watch. I don't know why, but I've been watching for years, so I still remember like Witherspoon, Lisa Leslie, Venice Lacey, all the
Girl
all the great.
swoops, all of them. Mm.
Yeah, every once in a while, I thought I was the only one. Do you still watch in your free time when the WNBA games are on? Do you still watch in your free time a little bit?
I still watch them sometimes, but I started back watching the game. I had kind of stepped away from it for a long time, just getting busy with singing and music. And I had used to have season tickets at the Pistons, the Detroit Pistons. So, um, yeah,
That's
I still watch it.
suspicious.
You know what?
He's
You
slick.
talking
I'm
about that
telling you,
suspicious?
he's slick. I told him we gonna get him. They're gonna keep
He
on. Just
real
keep on.
slick. He real
I know
slick.
he trying to throw that up and right. I'm right. He trying to be slick. We got you, Top Boy. We got you. But no, though, that's what's up.
Mhm.
Like, just imagine if you would have went to the kept going and made it to the WNBA and everything like that. Then you were here coming up number what was your number?
17. I had 21, and then I had 11. I changed up a little bit, and then sometimes
Oh,
I would sing the national anthem, and then run in the locker room, suit up, and come out and play.
oh, that's
It was
dope.
yeah,
That's
I had a great time.
all right. I see that's no better than that. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Now, from basketball all the way, you made your way to Sunday best. How did you get yourself prepared mentally for that? Just going on the show and competing against other people. Then you was season 6 winner, and just to hear your name, Todd, the winner is Tasha Page-Lockhart. I mean that. Would you sit
It was
there? Would you redo it again if you want? If you gotten a chance to, would you redo it again or what?
oh yeah, I would definitely. It was tough because um a lot of people were trying to get me disqualified because my mother was already a professional gospel singer, and they felt like maybe it was rigged or something because my mother was well known, and I'm like, well, my mother's not here. I'm here in the competition singing and working. So that's crazy.
Mhm.
um but in order to win those type of competitions, you can't be like a rookie. You can't be somebody that just walked off the street and just started singing today. You have to have some type of experience because of the conditions that they put you in. They place you in conditions to push and pull the best out of you. So you're going to have to rise to the occasion, and you have to have some level of experience to be able to win these singing competition shows.
Mhm. But you know what you is funny is what you said at the beginning. They felt like you should be there. That's funny because I grew up watching American Idol. So if you see
Hmm.
someone a relative or someone's was competing, then people, of course, fans like, oh, they shouldn't be here, like you said, or that's not fair. It should be for people who. I'm like, no, it's all about singing from the heart. If they want to compete, allow them to.
Right.
Like that's what the shows
Hmm.
are for. I mean, that's what we had
Right.
shows like Showtime at the Apollo, American Idol, Sunday Best, The Voice. That's what those shows are for. Why should it really
Yeah.
matter? Like if you're related to somebody, you can't help that who related to. It's about
Right.
let their voice be heard, and your voice was
Yeah.
heard, and guess what? And you won, and there it is.
And there it is.
Yeah, there it is. That part right there. And there it is. So there it is, and you won. I mean, why should it? People kill me, and then next thing you know, look at the difference of that. Yeah, your mom was already out there, but you went and did something different. You're like, you know what? I want my voice to be heard. I want to be seen. And you did this competition, and then it's sad that even on Sunday Best, people feel like you got to judge. It's like crazy. Why are we judging? Like, why don't you judge for her vocals, not who she knows? That's not fair. That's not right. But that's just
Right.
my opinion.
Right.
Yeah,
And people
that's
gonna
just.
do that. They do
Mhm.
that everywhere. They
Mhm.
do it in the church. They do it. They gonna do it everywhere you go. So you just have to. know who you are, be able to push through, and know that you're equipped to handle anything that you could be faced with. I didn't think I was going to win the show, and actually, it was God the whole time because I was my number was 4,113. So I came the last day at the last minute, right before they cut it off, and
Mhm.
then so what they do is they narrow it down after the thousands of people audition. They narrow it down to the top 100. And then they narrow it down to the top 20 that are going to actually compete on the show. You have to pass a background check and everything. So I originally was number 21 because somebody couldn't pass a background check. They moved me up to number 20 the day the list was supposed to be turned in to BET. And that's how I made it. Because somebody had a
Wow.
felony and couldn't pass the background check.
Damn. Even on the singing competition, you got a felony out now. You can't come on. Get the hell out.
Right.
Like that's
Right.
messed up. You're like,
Because you
yeah,
just
that
don't
person.
know that they make you go through psychological evaluations now and everything because you got to like if anything were to happen on set or to any of the other castmates, somebody go crazy or attack someone, like the network could be sued because you got people you don't know, total strangers, all in one setting. So it's just like you have to be careful. You got to do background checks. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I'm not surprised. Like I'm like now it makes sense because here's the funny thing: you don't hear about all that unless you know someone like you who competed and won and can tell you, "Like, this is what you go through if you want to do them shows." Like,
Right.
especially, so this is what you're gonna go through. It's like going through a job. You got to sit there, got to do the background like in it, like a job. You got to sit there and compete against other people you like you said you don't know or anything like that, complete strangers. I don't even got to live with each other, but but no, I totally get it. Now it makes sense. You wouldn't know all that because when the show is live and the show is going on all the rounds every week, we just see you all on stage, and then when it's over next week, somebody gets thrown off the show. So you don't get to hear about what's going on in the background, like what's really going on for them, so where you have to compete, you don't get to see all that or hear about it. So that's what's up.
Right.
That is crazy. So I'm yes, sorry for the person that had that felony, but it is what it is. But hey, it's life though.
I ain't
But
sorry.
hey, you won. That's all that matters. That is all that matters. But but that night, no, when you won and you went home, did you sit there and just stop and just like really thank God? Like, I really did this. I really won. I overcome everything.
Yes, I did. I was in disbelief, and just to see the excitement on my oldest son's face, um, like he was so proud of me. I have a picture of that somewhere. I can't remember where it is, but he was just looking. He was just so proud of me, and I'll never forget that look on his face. And I was just like, "Wow, this actually happened." And it didn't kick in till probably like maybe a couple of days later, and I just woke up like, "I won Sunday Best." Like, oh my goodness. I ended up getting a car brand new off the lot. That was the first brand new car I ever had. I think my car had like 20 miles on it. It was a 2014 Ford Fusion. And
Mhm.
then I got a cash prize and then I got a record deal on Kirk Franklin's record label, For Your Soul. So it was just my life just changed. Glory to
That's
God.
what's
Mighty God.
yes. So, that's what's up. Congratulations. That is like that's what's
Yeah.
up. It's like, but you hear that and they do tell us as the fans, okay, if you win the cash, you win the car, recording contract, and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So that's what's up. Someone up there doing hand clap. Oh, that's my cousin Holly. She said, hey, and that's what's up. That is amazing. But just sitting there, what kind of advice would you give to someone for who's interested of going on, other not Sunday Best, but just other competition shows? If they was watching your interview, what kind of advice would you?
I gotta work. I'm on, they're paying for this studio time, and I was just like, what can I write about? And then I posed the question: what is something that everybody will be able to connect with, no matter their race, ethnicity, age, male or female or whatever? And
Mhm.
what is it that we all have done or said? And he said we all asked why. And so then I said, okay, well then why not? So that's why I called it Why Not Me? And so it's a special part in that song that says, so why not me? I'm the perfect person to go through this storm. It won't break me, it won't kill me, I'll move on. Then I'll come out even better than before. And I'll never see this place anymore. 'Cause my faith is getting stronger every day. I'm removing everything that's in my way. And the fact that I survived another day makes me say, why not me? So that's my favorite song that I've written so far.
Yes, yeah, that is that. Why not me? I get it. I get the way you broke it down. The way you said it. Yes, why not me? And we do ask those questions to ourselves every day.
Yeah.
I get it. Like like the way you sing. I mean, I love your voice. So like I love
Thank
you.
you.
Just it's so beautiful. It's so soft. It's so pure. It's like it's so you can feel the way when you sing. You can feel it. And when you sing, what do you want your fans to feel when they hear you singing?
I just want them to connect with God.
Mhm,
That's it. I don't want the focus is not on me. I'm just a vessel. So whatever
mhm,
message I'm singing about. So if I'm singing a song called "Why Not Me," I want them to hear that message through that song. I want them to be encouraged. I want them to know that whatever they could be ever face in their life, that they're equipped and they can go through it. They can get through it. They can live through it. They can learn from it. If I'm singing a song called "Different," I want them to know, hey, celebrate your small victories. You're not the person you were last year, last month. You're not the person you were yesterday. You know what I mean? And don't feel bad or have shame connected to the decisions and the mistakes that you made. It all changes depending on what I'm singing. So it's just at the end of the day, though, to get out, I'm leading you to Christ. I'm an imperfect vessel. So don't look to
mhm,
me like, oh, I'm gonna follow everything you do. Because one day I might mess up. Because I
mhm,
mess up too, just like everybody else. So don't put me on a
mhm,
pedestal. Don't look to me to say, "Oh, I want to learn your ways. I want to follow everything you do." You could be inspired and encouraged by a person, but ultimately,
mhm.
I'm leading people to Christ. That's my goal. I want to lead them to the Father, the person that's changed my life, that lifts my head every day. You know what I mean? So that's my goal. That's my ultimate goal.
Yes. Oh my God, girl, you about to have me in tears. I was singing, girl, like I was saying, for you, damn near had me almost about to cry because this is what you were saying. It's like I can relate to it. I can feel it. Like that's why I like you. The way you speak and you have people that can feel it. That's what I'm talking about. And when you said on pedestals, is it now? Let me ask you because I hear this a lot and I see it. Sometimes when it comes to
Hmm.
artists, especially singers, they put certain singers on a pedestal. I don't. To me, I feel
Hmm.
like don't do that. Like you said, because you can mess up one day. Then if you don't like what an artist is doing, then you sit there and then you turn around and judge them. I'm like, what is your take on that? Because I see a lot of people put certain artists. I don't give no names. Certain artists,
Hmm.
on the pedestal, and I'm like, man, why? Why are we putting them on the pedestal? What about the ones below?
We're all imperfect people.
Hmm.
We all have sinned and fallen short of the grace of God. And, we're all trying to just figure this thing out. This is my prayer. God, give me the tools to be able to master this human experience. That's it. Like, equipped me to be able to master this human experience. We're all spirits. We possess a soul and we live in a body, this flesh that we live in. Give me the tools, the principles. Give me what I need to be able to master this human experience, to live it to the fullest. I know I'm going to fall. I know I'm going to mess up sometimes. That's why I don't look at other people and say, I want to be just like them. And the reason why I don't do that is because in order to be just like them, I got to go through everything they went through.
Hmm.
Nobody just shows up on the scene successful overnight.
The lie
It's
detector test
years and
determined
years of
you are telling the truth.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's years and years
Yes.
of preparation. It's years of pain. It's years of going through heartbreak, letdowns. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And then all of a sudden you see me, yeah, winner of Sunday best. won Stellar Awards, won this over here. Female Vocalist of the Year in the UK. I'm on stages. I'm on award shows. 106 in Park. I'm flexing. It's a little light flex for sure. Cause I celebrate myself. I'm proud of where I come from. You know, and it's but still get it wrong sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But on the flip side of that, as leaders, as artists, as I would say, you know, anybody with a platform, that includes me, that includes you. Let's take Christianity off the table for a second.
Okay.
Anybody with a platform, you have a responsibility. You got a responsibility. People are going to look to you. People are going to look to you for answers. People are going to look to you for encouragement, for hope. You get what I'm saying? So we have a responsibility when we step on these platforms. We have a responsibility to rise to the occasion. And I had to get to a point where I said, you know what? It's okay. I can be an example. I can be an example without being perfect because I can't obtain that. I can't be perfect. So as long as I be real, then yeah, I could be an example.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
You're true. You're right about that. We do, for myself, for you, for myself, we have me having this platform. And therefore, when I turn on this camera and I'm live, I entertain people an hour, 2 hours, it doesn't matter. But however, you know, it's my platform. People are
Yeah.
seeing, okay, yeah, it's all about who I have on or whatever. But I give this 1 hour and a half or 2 hours to entertain the audience. Once the lights go out, you don't know if my life is perfect. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know where I've been. So I don't think, you know, like Priscilla's doing this. Priscilla, no, you don't know. People don't know unless they really know you, and sometimes some people don't know you. Like I said, when the
I
camera
got
goes
family
off,
members. I got family members that think they know me that don't know me.
right there, I thought I was the only one. I thought I was. I thought I was the only one. Like if my family
Yeah.
knew what they knew, they'd be like, "What?" Like, no, they don't know. They don't. It's sad, but it be like that sometimes because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
And
about
it's
you.
supposed to. It's supposed
Mhm.
to. It's
Yeah.
supposed to. What I learned here recently over the past 2 years, because I believe the pandemic was a teacher.
Yep.
It taught us a lot. It taught us a lot. And what I realized is that, you know, we say this all the time. I give you my all. I give you my all. I just went through a terrible divorce. I was married to a bishop. I was a pastor's wife. And it was a horrible experience. Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Um and I realized that I have to reserve something for myself.
Mhm.
That means I don't have to tell you everything what I'm thinking. You ever be with somebody and they always want to know what you're thinking, what's on your mind, what you're thinking about right now. And I used to feel pressure to have to answer that. But now sometimes if somebody asks me that, I may say, you know, it's just something I just don't want to discuss right now. And I probably just don't. It's nothing bad. It ain't nothing about you, but it's not for me to say. I don't have to I don't
Mhm.
have to give you everything. I don't have to give you all of me. And sometimes we get so disappointed in relationships and let down because you're giving your all to a person that don't have the capacity to be able to love all of you.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so it's
But
like you have to reserve something for yourself.
yeah, I like if a person. I don't get asked that question, but like today earlier, right before we came on, I texted my cousin and I was like, "Hey, I'm just checking on just to see how you're feeling today." I like
Yeah.
things like that. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
worried about.
Mm-hmm.
I know how she feels because I know what she's going through. I went through it. She just buried her father yesterday, so I know what you're going through. I've been through the same situation back in May when I had my mom passed away, so I know what she. So I just text say, "How are you feeling today?" I take it day by day.
Mm-hmm.
That's better. I like to hear something like that from somebody. Because people always text, and I don't mind. Some people will say, "Hey, what you doing?" Okay, uh, how about asking me how I'm feeling? You never
Right.
know what a
Right.
person is feeling. People don't know if I'm like sitting sad or anything. You don't know through you ain't gonna know through a text. A text can't say that. You don't know a person feeling through a text. But if you sit there, you ask a person, "Hey, how you feeling today? How you really doing today?" Then I can tell you, this is how I'm feeling. I'm feeling probably a little down. Maybe somebody talk to me.
Mhm.
But you won't get that out of me because you don't ask. That's the kind of thing I like when you ask, "How are you feeling today?" I don't know about you, but
Yeah.
that's the kind of questions I like, and that's the kind of questions I
Oh no,
want
yeah,
other
I
people.
do. I do. I love that. I love another point that I wanted to bring out is that I was putting unrealistic expectations on family members and people around me because I felt like because you're my immediate family or because you're my best friend and we grew up, going to school together and I've been knowing you all my life, that you're supposed to be in my tribe. You're supposed to be my support system. And I
Mhm.
learned um, being hurt or let down by those people or disappointed because they didn't show up when I needed them or they couldn't give me what I wanted in those times is that just because someone is your immediate family member does not mean that they're your support system.
That's true.
We want what we want from who we want it from. But
Mm.
if you look around you, check your phone. This is an exercise, and I'm a certified life coach. So I give out like I be dropping tips sometimes I do with my clients. So
Mhm.
check your phone, check your emails, check your inbox on all your socials. Pay attention to the people that
Mhm.
on nothing, but they're consistent. How you doing? Happy birthday. Happy Mother's Day. Merry Christmas. Da 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 da. Happy all the days. Just random texts, like you said. How you feeling today? How you doing today? Just checking on you. Hone into those people, because that's your support system. It may not be your mama. It may not be your older sister. It may not be your brother. It may not be your uncle. It may not be your best friend from all the way back to elementary school. It may be other people that God is sending into your life to hold your arms up, to encourage you, to add value to what you're doing. And you're over them because you got your eyes so set on the people who you think it should be, because you're comfortable with them. But we have to learn how to let our guards down to be able to trust other people, and then God will open up our eyes to see these people been around you all this time. Your help is already around you. Your help is in front of you right now. You just got to
Mhm.
look. You got to see it. And so I had to do that. And now I'm finding my tribe. I'm assembling my team right now. I'm going through this right now, so I can speak on it. I'm actually experiencing this.
Mm. Did you find it to where you had to get rid of like the yes sayers? You know, the ones that you thought were there in the beginning, and then they just sitting up there. If you had a question or they ask, "Oh, do you think this look good on me?" They're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look it, wear it," and knowing in the back of their mind like that shit don't look good. I mean, I'm sorry, but anyway, that crap don't look good on her. But
Ow. Didn't we just talk about that word? See?
Mercy. What did I say earlier? I said I didn't give two craps. But anyway, yes, sayers. I don't care for them kind of people. I do not like,
Yeah.
and those be the ones you gotta watch out for because those will be the ones who will backstab you so quick, or help have where your success will go down in an instant, and they'll
Mm-hmm.
be the ones. And if you back down, like you're up now, but if you go back down, they'll be the ones who won't be there. Long as they there now,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's
they
because
here. Yes, sayers are here now because everything is good. Everything is going great. But if you want us to lose everything in an instant, yes, sayers are no longer there. They're not there. Those are the ones
and
you
that's
gotta watch
because
for.
a lot of them and though that's because a lot of them are opportunists.
Oh yes, that part right there.
So they're just waiting for that right opportunity, and then they're gonna show who they really are.
Yes, Mama D said you don't have to be blood to be family, but not always. Yes, yes, yes. I'm redoing my village now. I hear that. Not
Mm-hmm.
everybody. That's why I tell people for myself. I don't know about you, but my circle is so small. So when I say small, and I always say I don't like a
Yeah.
lot of people. I do not like a lot of people around me because no, like I don't. I do not keep a lot of people around me. I do not want to. If you're not there, someone if I don't know about you, but I could call up and be like, "Hey, I just need someone to talk." So it's just to get me through the hour, the minute, the second, right then and there. Then why are you around me? Why are you here?
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know. I always hear the saying. I always like the saying. I always say, God bring people into your life when you least expect it.
And when you really need them. And I've learned how to compartmentalize my friends. And what I mean by that is there are seasons in my life where I need certain ones. And I know who to call on and who to lean on. If I have trouble, if I'm having issues with some of my children, and I have a girlfriend who's a great parent, like she's an amazing mother, and I've watched her raise her children, and I see her, sorting through issues and problems with her kids, really good with them, and she's a nurturer. I call on her for when I'm having, those type of things. Or if I'm in a season where I'm feeling fearful and I need to call one of my friends that are so, spontaneous and adventurous, and, I reach out to them. It's just different seasons in my life. I know who to call on in those moments. So I don't throw my friends away. I don't, you ever heard the phrase "no new friends"?
No,
I think, yeah, people say that sometimes. No new friends. But I don't subscribe to the no new friends, but I don't throw my old friends away. I leave the door open for, new people to come in, that because you evolve and you grow. And so when you evolve and you grow, if the people that are around you are not growing with you, then you have to surround yourself around people that are successful in the lane, in the field where you want to be successful in. You know what I mean? So I can just speak for myself as far as music. I can't be successful in music if I'm hanging around accountants all day. Get what I'm saying? Like, all my friends are accountants. I want to be a
Dang.
professional singer. Like, so you got to position. It's called positioning, posturing, and positioning. Being intentional about where you want to go in your life. It's not that I'm
That's
not throwing all the accountants away, because I'm gonna need you when I start singing and I make all this money. You're gonna have to help me keep myself together. But right
right.
now,
We
I
pay them
need to be around people that are successful in my field.
But no, I get it. I totally get it. There's some people we have. It's like we have to separate ourselves. We have to separate friends, certain friends. Okay, so it's like I have friends I grew up with, been knowing since I got one friend I've been knowing since high school, junior year, high school, junior year. That's a long. I just told my age, but anyway, that's a long damn time. There I go. Anyway, that's a long time. And then I got the ones over here who are great role models, who are way older than me. Their mothers and everything. They got kids my age. I can go talk to. Then now I have people, industry people I know, I deal with. Someone I can go get advice from. You see, I separate now. So for me, I know for you, you have to separate each person, each of them.
That's
So,
yeah.
and if I put Tasha Page-Lockhart somewhere in there, she will be over here family, like you said earlier.
Hey.
She be family. But
You
at
already
the same time,
know.
but however, you have to separate all those people, because you know what? Any question I have for them, I can tell you one thing: they're all gonna give me a different answer. There you go. Yeah, that's how it's gonna be. It's like they're not all gonna give me. If anything, I have whatever I have going on in life, they're not gonna give me all the same answer. Or I can tell the ones who's trying to guide me. Like I had one today who do my makeup. She's like, "No, why don't you do this?" I was telling her I wear a lot of black. She's like, "You really need to throw out that damn black." I'm seriously. I'm like, "You need to do this. You got to do this so you can do this." I understood what she was saying. It got I understood what she was saying though, but it's like that's how you if you sit there, you ask questions, and when you ask the questions, you're gonna get different responses. It's all about who's gonna give you that advice. You're gonna know a person who's not giving you the right advice. You sit there and question like, when it don't make sense to you, you're like,
Because
that
it's
don't
not going to
sound right.
agree with your spirit. It's not going to
No,
agree with your spirit.
heck
And
no.
when it don't agree, I don't agree.
There you go. That part where the daughter agreed. What did Medea say? Medea said in one of her plays, she was like, sometimes we confuse our life expectation, people who's supposed to be there for the lifetime, with the people who's only supposed to be there for a season. If you get that, what you get.
The lie
That's
detector
where-
test determined you are telling the truth.
Well, no, but speaking of Medea and everything, how did this lovely lady from Detroit wind up being in Medea on the Run play with Tyler Perry, Cassie Davis? Hey, that was a good play. I tell you that. That was my play right
It
there.
was a good play. It was a good play. So I have a motto that I live by, and it says, "Everything is an audition." I
Mm,
live by that. Everything is an audition. I don't know who's on YouTube in the comments right now listening to this interview. We don't know. We don't. It could be somebody that could write a check tomorrow that could change our lives. We don't know. It could be somebody that
that's
could
true.
put us on a platform that's just watching. It's always somebody watching what you're doing. And
Right
so
there.
I was at the BMI um, Trailblazers Awards, and me and my mom sung "Go Get It," and we honored Mary Mary that night. And in
Mm-hmm.
the audience was Tyler Perry's casting director. And my
Mm,
attorney introduced me to her, and she said, I know you're really, really busy and you probably won't be able to do this, but I'm just going to shoot my shot. And you think you might want to be in Medea on the Run? Because the girl who was playing one of the roles in the play, she's going off to Broadway. The tour is already out. We're on the second leg of the tour, but we need this role. I mean, you only got 2 weeks. I had 2 weeks to
mm-hmm.
learn all my lines, to submit my audition video. I had to submit a song and everything. And then I had to show up knowing all my lines and my music already. And again, like I said before, I rose to the occasion. I realized I'll probably never get this moment back. I got to go in there and I got to knock this out. And I learned a lot
Mm-hmm.
from him and worked. So that's how
I'm
that happened.
surprised. How did you are able to be? I know when I watched the play, you could tell when you're trying to do your lines, but you're cracking up so hard. How you was able to keep your composure, knowing Tyler Perry, Medea's and saying all kind of jokes and everything. You sitting there trying to hold it in, like, "Whoo! I hope I don't sit here and bust out laughing." Like, how was you able to hold all that
It's
in?
hard. It's hard. It's hard because he goes off script so much. But
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing theater, stage plays and stuff since I was 16. So I'm conditioned for it. I'm quick on my feet. So like this picture right here, in that can
Mm-hmm.
right there, that's all water. And he's spraying it like it's oil sheen, but he will wet me up every night. All over me. He would spray it all over me. And I was just anticipating. I was waiting on, like, oh, when is he gonna do it? Oh Lord. It was just always something. It was fun. It helped me grow his professionalism, to watch how um his hands are in everything. I've never seen a successful micromanager.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you have some people that micromanage and they just end up destroying everything? No, he's a
Mm-hmm.
successful, because when I tell you he's at the sound checks, he's talking to the lighting crew. I don't like those lights. I don't like the shade of it. Brighten it up. It's too much air. Turn the air off on the stage. I don't want my singers to lose their voices. Looking at the set, I don't like that couch. Where did this come from? This prop wasn't right here. This Bible wasn't sitting here last show. Every single detail, down to the music, down to the songs, to the wardrobe, every single thing that man has his hands in. He's a perfectionist. He really is brilliant.
That's what you call it, true talent, right there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta know what you learned from him. How did that help you prepare? Moving forward for singing. What did you take from what you learned from him? Where it's helping you being a singer.
It helped me to take my business serious. It helped me to always be prepared, because and it helped me, like I said before, rise to the occasion. You know,
Hmm.
it was one sound check, and he had asked me to sing a certain song, and I didn't know the song. He was like, "Oh, y'all church girls don't ever know no old school R&B songs." And so it was if I was it was if I was it was "If I Were Your Woman" by Gladys Knight. And so
Girl, stop.
one of my other castmates, that was her song that she sung in the play. And he was like, my name in the play was Netta. He was like, Netta, sing that song. So I was like, I don't know it. And he was like, see? And he fussed me out about it. And then when we went back to our dressing rooms, I learned the song. I learned the song in my dressing room before the show because I just had a feeling he was going to put me on the spot again. And I wrote down on my hand some of the lyrics to the song, just like the key words, the beginning of the sentence. And lo and behold, we get to the end of the play. And remember when we start singing all those love songs and all that stuff? And he looked at me and he said, I want Netta to sing this part. I stood up and I sang it and I killed it. And he looked at me afterwards and was like, that's your new part. I did it so well, he took it from the and gave me her song. That's what I'm talking about. You're destined for you. You've been created for this. You're gonna rise to the occasion because it's in you. You can't lose. When you come for blood, it's like, nah, I only get one shot at this.
One shot to get it right.
So
if I was
that's
your
right.
woman, not that you didn't know the song, because I'm 35 and I know that damn song. I can't even sing worth a crap.
I'm 39 and I didn't know it. I
love that damn song. If I was your woman, the way Gladys Knight
That's
sung
suspicious.
it.
Yeah, so rich and sultry and the raspy.
Oh yeah, when you heard it, you're like, I know when you hear it now, you're like, that damn Gladys Knight. You can really sing when you can really hear what she was saying in the music. Like,
yes.
See, if I was your woman.
That's
okay.
Suspicious.
Anyway, top way, stop.
You said that's suspicious.
But learning from Tyler Perry, and then you having your book In the Winter Is. Could you at least say maybe one day you would like to see your story get turned into a movie?
I've had a couple of people come to me. I just did a Christmas movie called Kirk Franklin's The Night Before Christmas. It comes out December 10th, One Lifetime.
Okay.
They approached me about doing my movie about the story of my life, but I feel like God is still writing my story. I'm only 39. So this book that I wrote is just giving you a little glimpse of my life before Sunday Best, during Sunday Best, and a little bit after. So you don't get the full story because I have so much more to do. So it's like I want to stay away from, the movie for right now because I got to see how this story is going to pan out. There's so much more that's going to happen. It's like I'm on the edge of my seat and it's about me.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. But you know what I would love to hear one day? And I can see this when they say Tasha Page-Lockhart is nominated for a Grammy and you win a Grammy Award. What would you want that moment and that feeling to be for you?
It's a lot of people in gospel music try to hide behind and they over spiritualize a lot of things. To God be all the glory, and it's God. And it is, and to God be all the glory. But when you put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and hard work and sacrifices into what you do, and sacrificing time away from your children and missing their games, their football games, and their plays at school, and parent-teacher conferences, and all of that stuff, it's like when you recognize publicly for your work on a stage like the Grammys, you appreciate that kind of stuff. That means something because that is a voting board of your peers. That means there are people that do what you do and they recognize that you are it. You're that girl. And it means a lot. So I'm looking forward to that day. And of course, yes, I'm going to give God all the glory, but I'm going to stand in that moment and I'm going to soak it all in. And I'm going to just be like, Tasha, you did that. Like, yes. And it just gives hope to my children, my grandchildren. I got a granddaughter. How about that at 39? And
I seen that. I saw the picture.
It's just going to give them hope. Like, look, mama doing it. And she's opening up. Yes, my baby. Yes.
She's beautiful.
She's opening up doors for us to be able to go further and do greater. And so, I mean, I'm looking forward to it because it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
No. Let me tell you what someone told me from my career. Don't say the word "gonna." It will. It will happen. It will happen. That's what,
yes.
It will happen. This will happen. Because like, you know what? Since we're here, why don't you go ahead and do your speech right now? Go ahead, just do your Grammy Award, accepting award for Best Gospel Album. It goes to Tasha Page-Lockhart. Go ahead.
I can't even fake it. We just gotta wait. We gotta wait on it. When it happens. It's just because I'll never be able to get that moment back. So I can't even fake it. You know what I mean? I can't even go into actress mode. Not on that. It gotta be real, gotta be in that moment, like this what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Hey, look, I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. Right here on Old School Tuesday Turnup, Tasha Page-Lockhart will win a Grammy Award. I'm speaking this into the future.
And it is so.
I know, because I'm hearing right now they're having little problems with the Grammy Awards. Songs are getting switched in different categories. Some people being, nominated. People, I know Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, they decided Sonic, they didn't want to go ahead and do it. They bailed out. But however, I know Tasha Page-Lockhart, however, will win. She will win.
I'm excited for what's to come. I just released a Christmas single, my first Christmas song ever, and it's definitely a vibe. Like, it's a for real vibe. It's called Holiday Ride. It's available on all digital outlets. Listen, we're getting ready to film the music video. If you haven't heard it, you need to go. As soon as this is over, you need to go to iTunes, Google Play Store, Amazon Music, wherever you buy your music, Spotify, Tidal, all digital outlets, and look up Tasha Page-Lockhart, Holiday Ride. Turn it up, blast it, put your headphones on, your speakers, get in your car, turn it up, and ride. And it's going to take you on it's a mashup. So if you know anything about a mashup, it's a whole bunch of Christmas songs, but I put it to one beat, and it's taking you there. One after the other. It's taking you there. It's a vibe, I'm telling you. You ain't never heard a Christmas song like this. I put money on it.
I got you. I buy my songs from iTunes. And you know what's so funny? Don't you miss where we used to go to Walmart and buy songs and buy the CD, extra CD, you get to read it? Now it's digital download.
That's me because because I'm a singer and a songwriter. I used to like to look inside and look at the credits. Who wrote this? Who styled this person? Who sung on this? Who did background vocals? So it's a little different now.
Since you said you're a songwriter, and I love that, I love that. What's the essential ingredient of being a good songwriter?
Telling your story your way and finding a way to say something that's already been said in a different way. And what I mean by that is, just say I'm just speaking. I'm just throwing it out there. If you're writing a song, and that's why you got to have a good producer, because a good producer is going to say, "You said that already. Don't say that again." Or, "We heard a song about this already. Say that a different way." So if you're writing a song about it being cold, instead of saying cold, I feel the chill or the breeze or the, you know what I'm saying? Finding a way to say I'm cold without saying I'm cold. Because we didn't heard that already. You get what I'm saying? We heard it already. We heard My Sharia Moore. We heard that already. We heard All the Single Ladies. We heard that already. Like, if you want, you can write 10 songs about being single and being happy and preparing yourself for your man. Say it a different way. Say it in a way that it hasn't been said before. So that's what I would say about songwriting. It's your expression. So there's no wrong way to do it.
Yeah. I love that. I like the way you did. It's all about expressing your feelings in everything. So I love that. The way because some people, they hear, girl, you know what I'm laughing?
That's my beat.
Look. Did you know who you talking? Look, you know what? I found this picture the other day, right? And I done been to your Instagram. But this one time it's like this picture was involved with like 2 more pictures ahead of it. So I was scrolling through and I saw this picture of you and I'm like, man, she was so beautiful that night. But then I'm like looking at the girl, I'm like, I know them braids. I know that. Wait a minute. that's me. How did my picture was on your Instagram? And it's funny.
Did you
It was
recognize
way.
it? Did you recognize Elijah at that point?
No, I did. I did. No, I was wondering. I didn't even get to ask you that night. I was wondering who that guy was because y'all was both dressed to the T, and I was like, man, who
Yeah,
is
that's
that
my best
guy?
friend. We went to middle school and high school together. His name is Elijah Connor, and he's a singer and an actor. And he went viral because he was on the four, and him and Diddy had a viral moment because it was like the Diddy stare down, and they were staring at each other for like 10 seconds, and it went
That's the guy
viral
you
when he was.
talked about yesterday. That's who the guy
Mm-hmm.
was. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay. I
yeah.
was just mesmerized by it when I was there that night because I was trying to do my job at the same
Mm-hmm.
time. But at the same time, I was frustrated by your makeup, but I kept wondering they are dressed to the T and they are killing. And he was so quiet, he wasn't saying anything. But he held it down, man. I was like, man, he is dressed to the T. I'm like, man, they are so beautiful. The way you guys were dressed and you slayed it. I mean, I loved it. And my silly
Thank
ass didn't.
you. Thank you so much.
There I go again. And you're welcome. My silly behind didn't recognize me. I didn't see his picture so many times till I really looked at. You know how you see a picture, and I'm so focusing on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, and I seen the braids, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's me. Like
That's
that's
me.
me. That's me on her Instagram this whole entire time. And that's how long it's been sitting there. And I didn't
Wow.
even do that. I know, and that's the funniest thing. No, but that night was so much fun, and you got
It
to see
was.
for Mary Mary and all those artists there, all the legends that was there. That night was some fun. That was like the best night ever. It was heck of dope. Like, yeah, here we go. Even though I was backstage, so I barely got to see. I only got to see you guys on the camera performing. So you guys were coming, did the red carpet. Some artists was coming behind doing the press. So therefore, but when I saw this, I'm like, man, you guys killed it. You guys did y'all thing.
Thank you so much.
Yes, yes. Was you a little nervous or anything?
I'm always a little nervous. I think a little nervousness is good. You don't want
Mhm.
to be too overly confident, like, oh, I got this. You know what I mean? You of course you prepare and you have confidence, but just a little nervousness is always good for me. For me, I can
Yes,
only speak for my. I never
yes.
want to slip into her.
Yeah, you had Tevin Campbell up there jamming, singing to it too. Like he's sitting there. Yeah, he was so down to earth to talk to him and Carrie Hilson and
Yeah.
everything. But that night was like the best night ever. But if you had just seen you just you get to honor the Mary and all these other gospel legends and everything, who would you say you would like to see one day collaborating with if it's in another genre of music?
John Legend.
Oh, that's
I
oh,
want to sing with John Legend. I'm a huge fan. I met him before, but I want to do some
mm,
music with him. I love his talent. I love his art. I love the way he expresses himself. I love the fact that he's from church.
mhm.
I love his music, his writing style, how he pronounces his words, the whole 9 yards. I just love John Legend. I'm a huge fan.
Mm,
I want to sing
that's
one day. Yeah.
yes, I can definitely see that. Like that would be heck of dope. You and Kiki, I heard about you and Kiera Kiki Sheer Kelly this past weekend. You guys have something ready to come out.
Yeah.
I was like, what? But you got to head on mute so they can get to hear. But I saw it on Instagram and every pictures and
Yeah, that was
everything
my
like
live
that.
recording last week. I did a live
Yeah.
recording last week, about 6 days ago. Tomorrow will be a week. And I've never recorded live before, so it was my first live recording. I opened it up on the drums. I played the drums. It was just so amazing. We had a full house, and it was done at the historic Bailey Cathedral here in Detroit, where a lot of the great legendary gospel artists have performed there, and it was just a great night. It was a great night. Detroit showed up for me, and I showed up for them, and we had a great
Yes.
night.
Yes. What would Tasha say? What would you like your legacy to be?
What I would like my legacy to be is for a massive amount of souls to come to Christ because of my life and my story, and for people to really get to know who God is, not church, but to get to know who God is. If you go to church, good. but to get to know who God is because of my life, because of what I've gone through, because of what I've overcome and endured and experienced. Get to know God and have a relationship with Him. That's what I want.
That's what I'm talking about. All right now. Look.
And you would put that picture up. Why would you put this picture up? I just said I went through a divorce. Whose idea was it to put that picture? I don't want that man to have nothing to do. Y'all would put that picture up. Get his time parts out of get him off of there.
Remove the picture, cowboy. Remove the picture. Now,
it's okay. It's tall boy fault.
We'll explain. We'll talk about it. We'll explain it after the show.
That's gonna have to be on part 2. That's part 2. That's part 2.
That's part 2. We'll talk behind the scenes. Anyway, look. We have this little quick game we play. It's a 10 question, 1 second, 1 minute. Look, I've got me all caught. But anyway, it's like Family Feud, but it's old school Tuesday Turnup version. And we'll explain all that after the show. We can't do it, on live. We got the audience. They probably sitting there cracking up right now, like, what the heck?
I know they are.
My
son is back. I know he ready for me to take him to get something to eat. He hungry.
Okay, we're gonna make this real quick. It's gonna be 10 questions, real quick, like family, not like Family Feud, the old school Tuesday Turnup version. But 10 questions, real quick, they go by fast. Like, let's go, talk with.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm waiting for him with that music. Okay, favorite ice cream.
Superman.
Favorite dish.
Salad.
All right, favorite movie.
All About the Benjamins.
I love that. Favorite comedian.
Mike X.
Favorite love song.
Favorite love song. Ooh. Favorite love song. Favorite love song. Favorite love song. I don't have a favorite love song. Move to the next question.
Your favorite color.
I have a favorite love song.
Favorite. I mean, it could have. A favorite color.
Favorite color is green.
Okay, sunrise or sunset?
Summarize the sunset?
Yeah, sunrise or sunset?
Oh, sunrise or sunset? Sunset.
Yes, sunrise. Okay, chicken or ribs?
Chicken.
Okay, grits with sugar or grits with salt?
Come on, salt and pepper me, please.
All right, here we go.
Come on.
Name one male, one female, and one group to come on Old School Tuesday Turnup.
One male. Have you had Tony Terry? That's one male. One female. You did have Tony Terry? Okay.
That was good.
Let me see. One female. Have you had Jodeci?
Oh, that's a group. No, I have not. That's good. Group. So one male, one female.
What about Keisha Cole?
No, I have not. That's okay.
She keep it real. She keep it super real.
One male.
Carl Thomas.
Oh, I met him. No, I have not. But I met him at the Black Music Honors. He was hella dope, and I got his information. But he was. Did you get to talk to? Hella cool. He was hella cool to talk to. I got to talk to him and everything. At the
I
Black
thought
Music
you
Honors. Okay, on that note, yeah. No. That's like not that no, like girl.
Sorry, Carl.
Look, I'm going to ask this question. Do you, what's what, we talk about as he said, I ain't going to make it his question, my question now, about the cursing. Because my behind, for some reason, blurted some out. And I wasn't trying to, but you were so down to earth to talk to. You made it easy for me to just, girl, I was just like, catch it. Cowboy, hush, not right now.
I have a different philosophy when it comes to using profanity. Because certain words, a lot of things that we think is a sin is not. And a lot of stuff that we think God frowns upon, he really doesn't. You know what I mean? Um, Profanity only becomes sin when you use it in a way when it offends your brother. So if I'm saying something to it, like if I'm just sitting here and I just say something, that don't mean that God ain't can really, he's not as petty as we make him. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm talking to somebody and I say, you so, then it's offensive to that person. Like, then that's when it becomes sin. It's like, why are you saying you're purposely saying that to hurt somebody? It's all about intention. It's all about motive. We were talking about the word SHIT, the word shit. And that is short for shittim. And the shittim tree is a tree that they talked about in the Old Testament. I believe it's either in Leviticus or Deuteronomy. Don't quote me on that, but do your research. Either in Leviticus or Deuteronomy, when it talks about the shittim tree and really the Ark of the Covenant that housed the presence of God back then was made out of the shittim wood. The reason why, just like back in the day, people were just like us. We just evolved. And they had a sense of humor and they had slang back then too. And so the wood from the shittim tree, which was the bark of, when you cut into it, it had a bad smell to it. And so all they did was cut that tum off the end of it and said shit and associated that with a bad smell. And here we go today using the word. So that's the history of that. So how is that a sin? It's only a sin if it's offending somebody.
Yeah, like the B word is actually in the Bible. You know, I mean,
and it's actually a female dog.
Yeah, that too. That right there, that part right there. You know what I'm saying?
And then a lot of things we've made wrong. Because just because something is wrong doesn't mean it's a sin. But everything wrong, every sin started with doing something wrong repeatedly. I'm gonna say that again. Just because something is wrong doesn't mean it's a sin. But every sin started with doing something wrong repeatedly. So you just got to be careful. It's a thin line. You just got to be careful what you allow. You know how certain stuff I just don't say because I don't want that in my vocabulary, and I don't want to slip up and say it on certain platforms. I don't want to go viral on Instagram cussing in the pulpit at a church service. I don't want y'all sharing this video all around. You know, if I'm gonna go viral, I'm gonna go viral because I'm just singing an amazing song and it's touching people. I don't want to go viral for the wrong reasons. And so, you know, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So whatever you feed your spirit with, eventually it's going to come out of you in your speech, in your talk, in your attitude, how you treat people. And so I'm just careful with that kind of stuff.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, honey. Yes. Is there any advice you would like to give to me? Anything for Old School Tuesday Turnup? And Wade, you had the time of your life. We know you had a great time here tonight until that.
I've had an amazing time here today. I've had an amazing time here today. I said I've had an amazing time here. If I could give you any advice, would be keep doing what you're doing, and just keep finding ways to perfect what you're doing. Keep finding ways to perfect what you're doing, and keep Tall Boy. I guess you can keep Tall Boy.
Oh,
you already know.
We're 2 years in, episode 40. This is one of the everybody has said. My wretched ass friends, I'm F-R-E-E. Okay.
And guess what? I'm glad I'm on episode 40 because next year in March I'm turning 40.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead and tell your fans again where you can find them, where they want you to, where they can find you, your platforms, your CD. Let them know right now, so they're here and they're loving it because they keep texting me and I'm loving the interview. I'm like, I'm still in the interview. What are you talking about?
If you can go to find me on Instagram under Tasha Page-Lockhart, TASHAPAGELOCKHART. There's no I in Page and there's no E in Heart. Tasha Page-Lockhart on Instagram, and on Facebook it's Tasha Marie Page on Facebook. I don't have anybody else running my pages. So if you hit me up on my social media, that's actually me responding. Again, I have a new song that just came out. It's called Holiday Ride. Stream it, download it, share it with somebody, and catch a vibe with me for Christmas. Put it up, and we're doing it where you can win $200 during the Christmas season. Right after Thanksgiving, we're going to start it running from Thanksgiving after Thanksgiving all the way to Christmas Day. The best video, the person wins $200. Playing my song and putting up your tree. So record yourself playing the song and putting up your tree, and just be creative with it. December the 10th on Lifetime, the movie that I'm in, Kirk Franklin's The Night Before Christmas premieres. Gather around your TV with your families. Do a watch party with some of your girlfriends. It's going to be amazing. I'm in it. Notori Naughton is in it. Luke James is in it. Isaac Curry is in it. It's an amazing movie. It's a new classic. It's something that you're going to want to watch every year, and I'm grateful to be a part of it. So those are the two things I have going, and I'm excited. Thank you so much, Pricilla, for this platform. Thank you, Tallboy. Thank you both for making sure I had my stuff up right. Thank you for just extending this platform to me and everybody that tuned in. I appreciate you guys, and I'm looking forward to meeting you all one day, taking pictures with y'all, and thank y'all so much.
You're welcome. Would you like to? I know we had a music theme. Our music theme. Would you like to sing something out while we go out the door? Because don't leave yet. We're gonna talk to you backstage, but we want to hear the fans. What the fans do a little singing for your fans, because everybody. Demarylyn Green. She sat there and said, "Great advice you for me." She loved that. And she's a singer. She's a singer as well. She sings at the Sugar Bar that's owned by Valerie Simpson of Nick and Ashford Simpson up there in New York. So she's been on up here watching. Is there any kind of singing you would like to do while we going out the door, and just so everybody's love the interview, they enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching. But Tasha, before you do, wait. I'm gonna go ahead and announce this. Next week I'll be back with the one and only Tasha. I know you know the group. Rough Ends will be here. No more shopping spree. No more video. Okay, let's go. All right, Tasha. You want to go ahead? Take it away. See you all next week.
So what I'll do is I'll play a little bit of my new song. I'm doing a preview for y'all, so y'all can get a little taste of it real quick. It's available right now. Go get it, download it, stream it. I'm telling you, you ain't never heard a Christmas song like this. I promise you haven't. I promise you haven't.
Yeah, somebody said they're gonna go download it right now. I'm about to
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you all for watching Talkboy. Without further ado, drop that music so we can dance our butts up out of here. Tasha, don't leave real quick. We're gonna talk to you like 2 minutes backstage. Okay. Like I act like I got a watch on or something. I ain't got nothing on. Hey.